Hey guys, RJ's Adventures. I'm up here at Fred. I want to do a video today about my solar that I'm getting ready to have installed and why I'm not installing it. I could, if I was just buying I don't want to say this and put anybody down because I'm not. That's not my intent by no means. But if I was just buying like a kit and was going to mount the panels and then run it to the batteries and the solar charger and then just bring an inverter in, plug into with extension cords and power strips, I would have done it. Perfectly capable of doing all that. Mounting them, run the wires, all that doesn't scare me at all. What does scare me is this inverter I bought. It's an inverter charger, and wiring it into the coach. That does scare me. I don't like that. Well, not that I don't like it. I don't know how to do it. To be honest, I wouldn't have a clue even where to start. I don't know how it has to be wired in. If it goes through the converter, it bypasses the converter. I don't know any of that. So I got this guy that's going to do it for me. And when it's done, it'll be done right. So, I mean, that's basically why I did what I did, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, I guess. Haven't did it yet. Like I said, if I was going to just buy a smaller, like a Windy Nation sells one, like a 400 watt kit, and that's actually what I was looking. I was looking at a 300 watt. Really, I thought that would do everything I wanted it to do, not having no knowledge of solar. I know the sun comes in and makes power to your batteries, and you can plug stuff in and it works. I'm not stupid, but knowing how much solar and how much batteries and what I'm capable of running, I really didn't have a clue. So got a hold of this guy, talked to him, and he asked me what my plans was, what my future plans was, what I wanted to run, and then he designed it. And like I said in an earlier video, he sent me all the stuff, emailed me everything, and it was up to me to buy it. All he's going to do is install it. I have everything. Everything's in my front room of my house. He's up in Michigan right now. It'll probably be last week of July. I talked to him the other day, maybe even the first week of August, which is fine. You know, I don't need it right now. Pretty excited about it. But I'm going with 4 160 watt monocrystal panels for a total of 640 watts. They're going to come down to 6 T105 250 amp hour batteries tied together to make 12 volt, and then that will give me the 3 will give me 750 amp hours, which will give you what, 3 1/4 actual if you run it down 50%. That should do anything and everything I need to do. I won't be able to run the fridge. I won't be able to run the air conditioning. I won't be able to run the dryer. I should be able to run the washer off of it, and any appliance in here that I have. I can possibly run the fan off of it without the AC compressor kicking in, and to move air, or a regular oscillating fan. The controller that I got is a Blue Sky controller. It's a 40 amp Blue Sky. It'll be maxed out with what I'm installing. I can add to this, and all I have to do is buy another Blue Star controller or another controller and run the panels to the batteries, or to that and then to the batteries. I'm assuming that's how it's done, but I can't go any bigger on this controller that I got. I got a 40 amp. So I had to buy another controller if I go with more panels in the future, which is fine. That's all I'll ever have to do. I bought the Pro remote that goes with the Blue Sky controller. I'll actually have 2 remotes in here, wherever he mounts them. We decide to mount them at. One will be for the controller, and the other one will be for the inverter. I bought a 2800 watt Magnum inverter charger and the remote for it. That was probably the most expensive piece, because I like to fell over when he told me to look at it, and I looked at it. They make I think it's a 2000 watt, but I went ahead and got the 2800. That's really big right now, but I can add to it in the future. I don't have to change anything out. Once this is all set up and I want to next year add 2 more 160 panels. All I got to do is get another controller, charge controller, and I'm in business. So I won't have to change out the inverter or anything. It's probably more than I need right now, but it's not more than I'll need in the future. So that's why we did it. So we got the Magnum 2800, and I got the remote. It's a Magnum temperature sensor. So I'll have 2 remotes in here that I can keep track of what the charge controller and what the inverter are doing, and keep the temperature of the batteries and the solar panels coming in, and blah blah blah. He makes the tilt mounts, so I think he charges $40 a piece for them, but it's his design. It's supposed to be everything. I've talked with other people and read what other comments of people that he's done installs for. They're really good. They don't come loose. They're easy. I have a 38-foot coach, so I have plenty of room up there for the panels. And to even add, if I was to add anything, I'd only add 2 more panels. Like I said, I'm not real knowledgeable when it comes to solar. Just what I watch on YouTube with you guys, some of the guys I follow. He told me what you run during the day is going to be your most power that you use. At night, you're settling in. You might run a couple lights, a fan, or a TV, and that will strictly be on your batteries, which I have enough batteries for that. But during the day is where you want your power. So I have 640 watts now, but I might find that wanting to run more things during the day, I may need to add a couple more panels to give me that power during the day and leave my battery bank alone. So that's what we got so far. I've ordered everything. It's a lot more money than we wanted to spend right now, because I was looking at Windy Nation, like the 400 watt Windy Nation has, and I think it was everything minus the batteries was $700. You still had to have all your connections. You still had to buy some like the breakable amps, the fuses that, I won't call them by proper name. So, but I bought a shunt is what I'm trying to say. Didn't come out real good, did it? Like your resettable circuit breakers, your shunts, all of them. You have to buy them on top of that kit. But that's really not the most expensive part of these kits. But I wanted to be able to have something, have it run all the way through this coach. I wanted to be able to flip a light on, plug into that socket over there, this socket over here, charge my laptop, charge my phone, turn my TV on. I wanted it just like I was hooked into shore power. Nomadic Native is down in Oklahoma, and the way he set his coach up is how I wanted mine set up. And we started off with only 300 watts. We thought it'd be enough, and to do the things we wanted, we'd have been so underpowered I wouldn't have been happy with it. So our goal is to go and really never tie into shore power anywhere. Every once in a while, I'm sure you'll have to. It'd be nice to go in and flush your tanks real good. Down in Florida, I'll be able to, where my son works, I'll be able to go in and get my tanks good and flushed out anytime I want them. So, at no cost. And where I'm staying at down there is 100% free. It's on Florida Water Management Lane. You can go to their website. They got, I want to say hundreds, but they probably got 50, 60 throughout the state. Just guessing. I'm probably wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong. And all you got to do is get on their website and tell them what days you're going to be there, what kind of unit you have, and they email you a permit and a combination to the gate. And these gates, I've already got updates where these gate combinations have changed, and I'm sure they'll change again before I'm back down there, before I go down there. They're all safe. You can get on multiple YouTube channels and find people that's went down there. Gone with the Winds, they did a video on Florida Water Management land, and they stayed at it totally free. Now, if you're into the resorts and and having full hookups and not moving and not worrying about dumping and all the things that a lot of people want, then that wouldn't be a permanent thing for you to go down and spend an entire winter in these places. When we was down in March and we went down for the grandchildren, we went around and looked at a few of these places, and some of them are out in the middle of nothing, gravel roads going back to them, and there are other ones. The one we looked at was actually at a fish camp with to the back side of it actually had permanent spot camping, but where we was going, you can stay 7 days for free with a boat ramp and a little store. It had showers and everything, and it's totally free. So it just depends what everybody wants. Some people want to go down there and stay for 4 or 5 months, never move their coach, and be hooked up and get in all the amenities that they have at some of these resorts. We're not so much like that. There'll be people at these places. When we was down there in March, there was a guy at the one that was in a van, stayed all year in Florida in his van, or all winter. Older gentleman, set up a solar. And there's guys in truck campers and pool campers and Class C's and A's. There's everything. And they just run all over these spots. They only have so many permits for each one. So you got to get in pretty quick. And when hunting season comes, it's hard to get a permit because the hunters will get priority over you. So, like I said, I've already filled all mine out. And I already got them. And we're going to get the solar installed in August. I'm probably going down 1st of November and take this down with my truck on a dolly and go down and spend a couple weeks, and then I'll drive my truck back for the holidays, and I'll just leave this sit at my son's. He has enough property that I can put it in the back and leave it plugged in and forget about it. And then right after Christmas, I'll drive the little Ranger back down, me and Willie, and we'll stay down there till March. And Julie should be able to run back and forth, fly, like I've said before that. My son works for U.S. Airways. He's a mechanic, and one of the perks of his family, the parents get to fly for free. So it is standby. And you really got to watch the seats because you can get there and it looks like there's 10 empty seats, and all of a sudden 11 people show up, and you're sitting there, and so we get priority over some people, but a lot of people have priority over us. So it's one of them things. I've sat in an airport 12, 14 hours waiting on a flight, and it's free, so you better have time. I'm retired, so I got all the time in the world, but she will have to get back to work. So we'll just have to see, but that's our plans. That's the solar setup we're doing. Like I said, I have it all, and it's just a matter of getting with this guy, meeting up with him here towards the end of the month, and he said it should take him a day and a half to get everything done, and we'll be good. Have all the power we want, I hope. So we'll see. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on. Julie's doing good. We'll probably head out to the camper this weekend, out to the fifth wheel. If not, we're thinking about jumping on the bike and taking off for a few days. So we'll just have to see how it plays out and watch the weather and see what happens. But you guys got any questions? Oh, and I will. I'll become an Amazon affiliate. Most of the stuff I bought for this it came through Amazon, and I'll put all the links down to it. So, and if you buy it, I'll make a couple bucks. Good for both of us. But there you have it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. It's been kind of hot here in Ohio. 4th of July is really cold, and now it's really hot and humid, and it's been raining. And now this weekend's supposed to be hot and no rain. And then next week we'll probably be back in the 60s again. It's Ohio, so there you have it. Hope everybody has a good time. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I've been doing pretty good on the Instagram and the Facebook. Twitter don't seem like it does a whole lot, so I don't do a whole lot on it. But the Facebook, it is growing slowly, but it's growing just like this channel, nice and slow, which is fine. That's what we want. So there you have it. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you later.